This is part 2 of my fantasy journey on Sports Talk with Jordan. So if you've been following, you saw that in the last video, I started off 0-3, but then was 5-3. I'm now 6-3 and aiming for 7-3. So also keep in mind I'm recording this on Sunday at 1:15 p.m. during week 10. So any injuries, big news that comes out of this, I do not yet know about. So, starting off with my starting lineup, I have Derek Carr, Cordarrelle Patterson, and I added D'Ernest Johnson to my running back core. This is because their running back was injured and D'Ernest Johnson was a great pickup. Plus, my other running back, David Montgomery, was on the bench with his bye. Also, I have Daniel Jones on the bench with his bye, along with Allen Robinson on his bye and CJ Uzomah on his. So, for my wide receivers, I have Davante Adams and Marquise Brown, two solid wide receivers, as the Packers are playing Seattle and the Ravens are already played Miami. Marquise Brown did not do well, but it was just an off week for the Ravens. My tight end this week is Jared Cook. If you saw in the last part, I had Robert Tonyan, but he is now out for the season, so Jared Cook is my number one. At my flex position, I have Mike Evans, with a total of 4 wide receivers on my team. Hopefully, I can trade one of them to get more depth in either my running backs, tight ends, or somewhere on defense or special teams. For my defensive tackles, I have Fletcher Cox and Dean Larry of the Eagles and Packers. There's not much to say about them. They have not played yet at the time of this recording. Two solid guys. However, I do hope to eventually improve the defensive tackle category. It does not matter as much as a position like quarterback, running back, wide receiver, tight end, or flex. Well, flex is just wide receiver, running back, and tight end. But defense can always come in handy sometimes. My defensive ends are Andrew Van Ginkel and Marcus Davenport. I had Marcus Davenport at the beginning of the season, dropped him to waivers, but then he was also picked up, dropped, and now he's back on my team. For my linebackers, I have Jerome Baker, Joe Schobert, and Pete Werner. Once again, because it's defense, they don't score many points, but my linebacking core is overall pretty solid. My cornerbacks are Marlon Humphrey and Levi Wallace, two very strong cornerbacks on my team. I have an injured cornerback, Carlton Davis, so once he comes back, I'll probably drop another because I don't have room to save for 3 defensive players playing all the same position. My 2 safeties are Jamal Adams and Jordan Poyer. Jamal Adams is very good as always, although this year he's not as good as last year, but hopefully it can pick up, and Jordan Poyer was a great pickup, as he has been going off lately. My kicker is Tyler Bass, and as of now, he is rated number 3 in the NFL. He is extremely good at what he does. So we have a punter in this league, and my punter is Lachlan Edwards of the Carolina Panthers. I picked him up because my other punter was waived by the Jets, and my other one I dropped a few weeks ago. Not much to say about the punter, but this week he is expected to get 33.2 points, which can be great, especially since they're playing Arizona. Finally, for my head coach, I have the Chiefs head coach. The way the scoring works for head coaches, you get points whenever they score, whenever they win, or do something great. You also lose points when they lose, when they give up points. My injured reserve, as I mentioned before, was Russell Wilson, Carlton Davis, who's my 3rd cornerback, and Deshaun Elliott. Once again, I'll probably drop one of my safeties once they come back. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Follow the journey, like, and subscribe.